Big news!
Woo!
We are officially on
Apple
Podcasts.
Woo! It's official. So
It's real.
You can hear our voices while you're just walking along with your AirPods in.
On a run.
Yeah.
We're now mobile.
Yeah, you don't have to just watch us now. You can also just listen. If you literally just type in Juicy Goss, we come up with like the second one in.
Please subscribe.
Yeah, give us a little
Leave
review.
a review.
And show your friends and your mums and your grandmas and your boyfriends and your dogs.
So, yeah, go and subscribe. Thanks so much.
Woo!
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Today, as promised, we're doing...
What did we promise?
Well, we said we might do it.
Oh, okay.
We didn't promise. We're coming through.
Oh.
So we're going to do friendship icks.
Yeah.
Following on from our ick video.
Yeah, because we all love a good ick.
Yeah, and it turns out a lot of people have the same kind of icks, and it's really yucky and gross. So, yeah, we're going to discuss icks within friendships and what friends do that make you like, ugh.
It's like a turn off, really, isn't it, with friends? It just is like when you just can't be arsed anymore.
Ugh. Yeah, so we're going to get into that and maybe discuss some of our stories with that as well, because actually I feel like probably do have some.
Yeah.
Okay, so cheers of our coffee. How times have changed. We used to
know.
cheers with alcohol.
Oh my god.
Now we cheers with coffee.
I thought I'm drinking alcohol right now.
Cheers! Let's get going. So,
Let's start.
I'll let you start.
Do we explain what a friendship ick might be? Like, explain it.
Yeah, go on. Give us an example.
So, for example, I had a friend once that...
You had a friend?
Yeah, once.
Not
anymore. She would always ask me. I feel like I'm a very nice person. If somebody asked me, oh, well, I'll help you out. Like, this girl would always ask me for lifts. I'd help her out going. Bear in mind, she lived the opposite way to where our college was. So our college was that way. She lived that way. I lived in the middle. I'd pick her up to go to college, back and forth every day. Give her lifts. I'd lend her money sometimes. She'd always pay me back. And I thought one day, this is really annoying me now. Like, she'd never do it for me. And then I stopped one day, texting her, and she never texted me back. So she was giving me the ick, just asking things all the time. And, I was like, you know what? Can't be arsed anymore.
I'm not interested in that.
No. And you know what? She proved me right, so...
Well, there you have it. So that's an example of an ick, and then we've got in touch with some of you guys.
Yeah.
And...
I was worried people wouldn't really understand what we meant, but
they got it.
I'm just like... So have you ever got a friendship ick? 71% said yes, 29% said no.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many people actually replied to it,
but that shows that obviously
it's a thing. But then I always think, like, if you're clicking no, maybe it's because you are the ick. Or maybe not, I don't know.
No, it could be. It could be. So mine... Oh, mine's very different.
Is it?
Mine's 56% no, 44... Sorry, 56 yes, 44 no.
Really? Who replied? Yeah. Is it mostly females that replied?
So...
I wonder if boys said this.
It had 15 votes for yes, 12 for no. And I'm just looking through...
Because I was saying to Joe, he was like, I've never got the ick. And I was telling him stories of times when I thought he had. He was like, oh yeah, and he was writing it all
he
down.
just didn't know that that's what it was called.
Yeah.
There's one guy responded to this whole thing, and he said no.
I think Joe said yeah. I can't remember what other guys replied to.
Well, so that was the poll that we did, just to try and get an understanding, just like last time. You know the structure by now.
We're creatures of habit. Is that the word?
That's the one.
Like
so
good structure.
Take it away, Ella. These are yours.
My goodness.
So this was in response to what are
in general.
What are your friendship icks in general?
Oh, I feel like this one everyone can relate to this. I can relate to this.
Right.
When they ditch you off for their boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or it's like when your friend is just constantly with her boyfriend. I worry that that's me.
No, because I was just about to say there is a fine line. Like I also think it depends on whether you like their boyfriend, whether you mind that they spend that much time with them or not.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, you spend a lot of time with Joe, but you've never said no to anything that I've ever asked. What you two do is you've just fit your time around other things.
Or I just make Joe come.
Do you know intrusion. Bertie, there's nobody there.
Bertie's Ellie's dog. Anyone didn't know. He's cute.
But no, you're not that person. Don't worry, because you never say no to things. You're not like, oh, sorry, I'm busy, and then you just chill with Joe. I just wonder if people get annoyed that I always bring Joe with me. No, because Joe's really nice and he's fun to be around.
He's one of the gals, really.
He's one of the gals. Okay. So no, but for sure, I've definitely had people in the past, and they're just like, no to everything, and eventually you just stop asking, don't you? Because you're like, what is the point?
And then you break up, and then you're like, shit, I've got no friends.
But I will say as well, to some degree, it's natural that happens a bit,
especially in like a new relationship.
Yeah, and the truth is, when people get in relationships, they do spend a bit more time with that person, and that's fine. I think it's harder for friends when one of them's single and one of them isn't. Yeah. But when you're both in relationships, then you can kind of understand it. But for example, like when me and Ed got together when we were in school, and I remember, well, it's people now that I'm not even interested in now, don't even spend time with. But there were certain people that every time they would see me at a party or something, because I was at college and they were at sixth form, they'd be like, oh, you're so boring now, you're so boring. And I was just thinking, no, I just wasn't that interested in you in the first place. And now I have my boyfriend. The times that I would my priorities have changed, and the time that I would usually spending time with you, I'd prefer to go and spend with him. And also, that isn't a dig at any of my friends, by the way, if they're watching and thinking it's them, because it's not. It's none of you. I'm thinking of one particular person, and it's not even a girl.
Especially when you're at school to like now, and people are like, I never see you anymore. Yeah, because I don't do what you're doing.
I'm not doing what you're doing.
You're at school together, and everyone's very similar because you're all stuck at school all the same. And you spread out, and you start having your own interests, and like
that's just life.
Your interests aren't the same as everyone else. And they're like, I never see you. I'm like, yeah, because I don't. The things that you like to do, I don't like to do.
But what I don't understand is as well, I mean, I don't think I have ever done this, but I don't think I've ever been the person to be the one that's like, oh my God, I never see you. I've always understood people just have their own shit going on. But maybe that's because I've just always been the one that's not been that clingy of a friend until I met you.
Yeah, well, we have to speak every single day.
Every day.
Like, was it over the weekend? I've been away. For my birthday,
Ella.
And I hadn't spoke to Ellie that much. And when I got home, I voice noted her like,
we haven't
Ellie,
spoken.
this is really weird. Like, we haven't spoken.
I know. Me and Ed were watching TV the other night, and I was like, she must be having a great time. Like, she must be so busy.
I'd reply to any of my
But then it was the same when I was away the week before.
Yeah. And literally, Ellie was away for a week, and I was like, I can't just annoy her with all my troubles. Like, about nothing. I didn't even know what I needed to know, but I just need to talk to you.
Oh, there we go on a tangent again.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely one
that isn't it. Like, people need to find a balance.
Because it is always like, you just need to remember, like, your friends are always going to be there.
They're going to be a constant.
If you break
boys
up with
come and
go.
Yeah.
So there's a few in there. Should I read them all at once?
Yeah, sure.
So owing money, lying, exaggerated truth. What does that mean? Oh, like
making lying. Everything like over the top.
I know exactly who this person's talking about. Showing off, using you. Oh my God, I know exactly. So owing money, that annoys me. But then I just think none of my friends need to lend money. They're all quite stable. Yeah. I think if they needed to, it would never be malicious. But if it was somebody that was constantly asking me for money,
yeah, always asking for little bits.
I don't think I'd ever ask my friends for money.
No, because I think that there is people you'd go to before your friends to ask for money.
I just think I would just have to sort something out.
You'd either But this is the thing. I think this is our mindset as people. We're just like, if I need money, well, I'm not going to ask someone for money. I'm just going to sell something.
Literally, it's not their problem.
Or I'm going to take an extra shift at work or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, I hate owing people money.
Same.
And that goes for friends. And that even happened, that's even with my parents. Like, I hate owing my parents money. And like, my mum was like, well, obviously I'm a struggling graduate right now. I've got no money. And I needed to pay for something. And my mum was like, I'll lend it to you, just pay it back, because I was going to get paid the next week. She was like, pay me back next week. And I was like, Mum, I'd prefer to go in my overdraft and pay myself back than pay you back, because it just plays on my mind constantly until I've given the money back.
Literally. I just don't think I'd ever even ask, especially not my friends. Then again, it's like different, because a lot of our friends are quite either stable in a job, or they're like at uni still, or something like that, or they have a job. But I know this person's friends don't all work.
Right.
And it's just, to me, that's bizarre, but...
Yeah, I just think that there should be people that you should ask before your friends.
Yeah.
And if you're not asking, for example, your parents or your siblings, then is that because you're embarrassed and therefore you shouldn't be asking your friends?
I should go on to the next bit.
Yeah.
These bits, the lying and the exaggerated truth showing off, reminds me of like Jay from the In-Betweeners vibes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you're just looking at someone and you're like, you're lying, like you're
literally making that up right now.
Like, I know.
And you have to go like this. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know people like this, for sure.
Really? I don't think I can think of anyone. Can I?
Just basically like bigging themselves up all the time, chatting so much shit.
You know, when people's lives just have to be dramatic,
yeah,
and it's just like, oh,
yeah. Like that person that I was discussing, she never bad intentions from her, but she was a bit like that. I feel
it's
that's
like
how
she
I remember
made
her.
her life be dramarous. Is that the word?
Dramatic.
Dramarous.
So I can think of one person in my life that's particularly like this, and I feel like you have two choices. You can either be like, oh, this is so annoying, get out of my life, or you can just accept that that's how they are and just go like this when they talk. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know who this person's on about. And this person, like, says things like, oh, well, like, about, like, celebrities. And they'd be like, oh, well, yeah, I spoke to them on, like, PlayStation. And obviously they didn't. And, like, why would you even lie?
What a strange random thing to lie about. I don't understand.
I don't even know.
I don't get it.
I feel like, I don't know. But they just want to seem cool, but they're just not.
No. They're just not. No. Don't you ever just want to like say to them, no, like, you're literally making that up. I can tell. I'm literally. Do you think everyone else is stupid? We can tell you I'm making that up right now.
It's just really like cringe.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing. It's what little kiddies do.
That would give me dick. I just couldn't be asked for that. I feel like this one, we have a story to tell about this.
Okay.
I don't know if it's an ick, but I understand what it is. When they use your flaws to make themselves appear funny when you're in others' company.
Okay.
Do you remember? Do you know what I want about
New
this
York?
Story? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awkward. We're on the wrong side of this one.
We are on the wrong side of this one.
We were. I don't think we were in the wrong, but we were caught.
In hindsight, I think So this kind of is like you're the butt of the joke all the time.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't think it's malicious. So per se,
it's like when you're like, oh, she's the stupid one, or like,
or she's like the duff, like she's the duff of the friendship group, or she's the stupid one, or like, and I think like you say, I think I've definitely been the person to do this sometimes, and you have to like realize that you're being a bit mean.
Yeah.
But do you want to tell the story? I feel like it was more.
Shall I tell should I say?
Yeah, give some background.
So basically, when we were at college, I feel like we've spoken about this girl before on the podcast.
Yeah.
Won't say anything. She was crazy. Yeah. Actually crazy. And so we went to New York.
No fault of her own. No, she wasn't very well.
But anyway, she was hard work.
Yeah.
We went away to New York, and I think it's just that all just went a bit.
It's a bit overwhelming being there.
Yeah,
with
spending
like
that much
friends.
time with people that you wouldn't normally anyway.
Yeah.
And then we would just like, oh yeah, you're a funny, stupid one, and it would just be like, she'd be like, yeah, I am, haha.
She would always laugh about it. Yeah. She was the funny one, the silly one.
And then suddenly, within about 1 second, she was
snapped.
I don't appreciate it. And we were just like, oh.
It was literally like, oh my god. All of a sudden.
Oh, you can't speak to me like can't remember what she said. She was like, "Can't speak to me about like that," and like we were like, "Oh my god!" Like if we knew this was offending you, we wouldn't have ever said it. Like obviously we don't mean it. It's just like silly. I feel like she was
She was in on it as well, and I think I feel bad now, but I wish that it hadn't been like so quick. So I just think for the person that maybe if you're the person that's the butt of the joke, I can imagine it would be quite hard. And I think we've all had times where you've probably like you laugh about something too much and then people think that you're okay with it, but you might not necessarily be okay with it. You need to let them know because they're probably not doing it to hurt you.
It's just because sometimes it's a good way to like.
Sometimes maybe you just don't. Maybe your friendship group just doesn't have that much like chemistry. Like, what else do you have to talk about?
Maybe that's kind of why we
with her,
because if we didn't really not know her, but like we didn't really. We had our friendship group and it was small. It was like 3 of us, really, wasn't it? And then we had people in it that were like in it as well. I don't really know.
I feel I mean, I've been in another situation like this as well, and I had a friend in school who she's very smart and she's proven us wrong because no one ever thought she wasn't, but she's doing really well for herself now and she always has. She's always done good in school and everything, but she's a bit ditzy, like she's a bit clumsy and she's a bit ditzy and she says some funny things sometimes. And in school we always would, as a friendship group, we'd always like kind of lay into her about it, and I know that used to piss her off. I just think that you have to let people know.
Yeah. Because as soon as you say it, they will just stop.
Yeah, because she told us one day, like, oh, not gonna lie, guys, I feel like you're always just like laying into me, basically telling me I'm stupid all the time. And then we had to be like, we don't actually think you're stupid. You're not stupid at all. We just think it's like, so you say some funny things, and we'll try and be more sensitive to that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've ever been like the butt of the joke kind of thing?
I don't think I'm thinking of this in a different way. I definitely am friends with a certain person who is very gorgeous. And I feel, especially when we were on holiday together, everyone were like, "Oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous, so good." I'm just there like, "Hello, how rude! Like, do you not want to say to me that I'm pretty?" And that would really upset me.
Would they actually say that to her in person and you're just stood next to her?
They would say it to me and be like, "Oh,
oh my god, she's
so fit." Like, as well, I'll be like on holiday with multiple people and they'd be saying about everyone else and not me. And I'm just like, sorry, but hello, I'm so fit over here.
Yeah. That's annoying because it's like you don't want to let your self-worth to be like to be told by someone else, and also you don't need other people's gratification.
No, I didn't even want it, but
it's just nice to be like, there's a way of saying things. They could have been like, "You girls are so gorgeous," or
just the type of people that. There was a group of lads that we'd met.
Yeah.
And they were just...
Well, then you just have to think, I don't want your approval anyway. I don't need it. So much happier without it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think whether I have. I feel like I definitely have, but I can't think of a particular time. Oh, actually, in my family, I'm always the butt of the joke because my brothers are extremely clever, both of them.
Oh, really? What? You're the butt of the joke?
I'm the butt of the joke. Oh no, not again. Coffee again. But my brothers are so smart, and I've been known to say some stupid shit. But more recently, in the recent years, I've been like, I'm not stupid. Stop treating me like I'm stupid. Because my little brother as well, he's like 16 now, and he's just so annoying. And he just constantly is coming up. He's trying to catch me out all the time to make me look stupid. So he'll be like, "Ellie, what does this mean?" Or, "Do you know how to spell that?" Or, "Do you know what that word means?" And I'm like, "Shut up." And if I say, "Don't ask me," he's like, "Oh, it's because you don't know." And I'm like, I'm not stupid, but he thinks because I didn't go to sixth form, and because I did fashion and uni, it can't have been hard.
Definitely makes people think like, so not being funny, if people like a lot of people about our course, just cutting and sticking.
No.
It's not.
It's a mindset.
Imagine trying doing
you can't. Doing that. Oh my god, this is what I tell them all the time. I tell my dad this, tell my brothers this. Like, I wish. My little brother was like, "Ellie, you wrote a dissertation on dogs. Like, how hard could that have been?" And I was like, "Ben, it's not to do with the topic. There's a structure and all the research. No matter what topic you choose to write it on,
you could do it
still
on
have to do
feet fetishes. Like,
it could have been
sore feet.
Oh, she got a foot fetish. But yeah, I think you have to tell people, like I've told them recently, like, look, I'm not stupid. I know I'm not. Stop telling me I am because it's rude. And they don't do that so much anymore.
Especially like when you, like people are like, oh yeah, you got like a 2-1 in maths, or wow, you got. But if you get a 2-1 in like an art subject, people don't take it as seriously.
It's right, seriously. But actually, obviously, the universities understand that maths and what we do are on different levels, so they have to equal it out. So it is level.
Definitely.
But yeah. Oh, and my family always take the mick out of me for my nose as well. Call me a piggy.
Why?
Apparently it's very upturned. Although it's not even that upturned, but
oh my god, somebody called me a witch once. As a child.
Oh my god,
we're on two. I mention that on every single story.
I feel like
every single episode.
We're on two different ends of the nose spectrums. Apparently,
yeah,
I'm a piggy and you're a witch.
Do you want to read some of yours?
Yes. Okay, let's have a look. Stingy / tight pals are the worst.
Oh, okay. I do understand this.
I understand this because I agree, but also I can be stingy.
I think the way I'm viewing this is when people like, if you owe them 20p, they want the 20p.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, or it's like you just go halves on dinner, but then you know people are like, oh, I'm paying for wine.
Right, yeah. I'd never be the person to be like, do you know what? Actually, your drink was 50p more than mine. I understand this, but then if they're being then on the other side of the spectrum, if you've got one friend that's like very like throw money about and like come and do this, come and do that, come and do this, at some point you do have to be like, no.
I worry that's me, and I make you do things.
No, I've never really felt.
I think maybe last year when I was like, yeah, let's do all this stuff, and you're just like.
No, but Ella, if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have done it. And I don't regret spending any money. I did spend a lot more money last year than I did in first year, but I was much happier last year than I was in first year as well. But no, but the difference is if you, for example, we want to do something, one of us doesn't really have the money that week, then we'll do something cheaper instead. Like maybe we'll be like, oh, okay, we'll just make dinner then instead and have a movie night instead of like going out. Or you'll pick somewhere cheaper to go out, or you'll walk into town instead of getting an Uber into town. Like, it's a difficult one.
I feel like we're both quite like, we don't like wasting money on like.
No.
We won't like, if we could walk, we'll walk. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a lie.
Oh my god, I'm not like
you
that.
You don't like walking at all. I will always walk. You don't like to walk. You're always like, let's get an Uber. And then you go,
you know what?
You're like, I'll pay, we'll get an Uber, I'll pay.
The thought of, I'm like, yeah, we'll walk tonight. And then when it comes to it, I'm like, fuck it. Uber's £4.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it?
And then I worry, and then I'm like, why am I overdraft?
Because those Ubers every day. But I think... and
I'm also like, oh god, I'm actually really bad. If I'm having dinner, I have to have a side.
You do that. You always get sides. Like, we'll go to Wagamama's and you always get a side. I never get a side. That? And the Wagamama sides are like £7 because you get the calamari. Why do you don't eat sides with your meals?
It's just how I am. It's
just how I am.
Just some bougie.
Maybe. Just a bougie.
You know what? If you looked at my bank, you'd think, why the hell
bougie on a budget. That is you, bougie on a budget.
I don't know how I do it because I don't have any money.
You get by though. Well, this is the thing. I think we're both quite good at this. Even if you're broke, you're never actually broke, and there's always some money coming in from somewhere soon.
eBay or like Depop or
you're selling something or you've done some extra work here.
Someone's dog for 20 quid.
Yeah, there's always something coming in. Yeah. So yeah. But in response to this one, I think if they're being really stingy where it's like they're being like, oh, you owe me £2,
or like
tell them to
only drink
off.
like tap water.
Ugh. Yeah, they're like, I'll come, but I just have one drink.
Like, oh, I'll come, but I'll not drink. And I'm like, why? Like, you might as well just have a drink.
If they're being really, really stingy, you need to tell them you're being stingy. But then if you need to maybe think like, am I trying to stretch them too thin? Like, do they have the money for this?
It's sometimes with people, and it's like, I know you're not poor. I know you're not.
Yeah, that's so true, actually.
So I know you're
Why pretending you have no money? Because I know you do.
Yeah. Like, you definitely have a lot more than I do.
Oh, Ella, you'll know this one.
Oh my god.
This one. Okay, you're right. When they copy everything you do, slash wear, slash post, slash say, slash buy.
Who said that?
Someone from uni. Exclamation mark.
Oh my god, this is the one thing I really don't like.
You've had this a few times. But then also I feel like I do it to you all the time as well.
But it's different when it's you. I think no, it's not that though, because we'll have a similar taste in clothes anyway, so it's more like that. But I've had experiences where people will literally try to. It's got so bad once that a person that I was dating at the time thought this girl was me.
Oh yeah.
He would text me like, "Why did you not say hi to me?" I was like,
"That's not me."
I was like, he's like, you just walked past me. I was like, no, I didn't. That wasn't me. That was the other girl that's copying me.
And is that not the same girl that would go through your likes on Depop and buy the things you liked?
Yes. On Depop, she would like the things I like. Like, I would wear a pair of trousers, like Topshop. Next week, she fucking bought them from somewhere.
Yeah. And obviously,
she bleached her hair. She had dark hair and she bleached it blonde.
Yeah. She did kind of mould herself into you. But what was I going to say? Oh, to a degree, there's like, obviously, sometimes you're going to end up with the same things as people if we all shop in the same shops and there's new things all the time. That's happened so many times where you'll be like, oh, I've bought this, and I'm like, Ella, I bought that last week. Or I'll be like, I bought this, and you'll be like, I've just bought that. And that's just a coincidence. But if it's happening where it's like, they're buying the things that you say, oh, like, I've seen this, and then the next day they've got it, or they're buying the things that you've liked on Depop, like that's a bit.
That was weird.
But actually, little like side note, if you never know like what to buy someone as a gift or something, look on their likes on Depop. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But not to steal their identity.
It was weird. I think when it was literally like she was one person, then she started ever changing. She bleached her hair, and then she did all this, and she dyed it like white, and then she was wearing. I was like, this is weird. And then I remember at Christmas, I bought some trainers that I'd saved up for. They were over £100, probably like most expensive trainer I bought at the time. It was like a couple of years ago. And she goes, I'm going to order them, and I was like, I'm going to return mine then. This is my chance to like set. And she was like, why? I was like, we're literally the same person. Like, out of how many trainers in the whole bloody world?
You have to buy exactly
those. The same pair as mine.
Did you say this?
Yeah, it was on a group chat. So
I don't remember.
And I was like, I'm going to return. She said, don't you see that? And I was like, well, I feel like I want to now because I don't.
But wasn't there like it wasn't just like, say for example, like this dress. It's not like it wasn't like basics. It would be like a branded coat or like some funky trousers.
At the time, I would be wearing more streetwear.
It was like streetwear stuff and named stuff.
Yeah.
And she would literally buy the exact same
like
product.
I'd have like a Carhartt bag or whatever. She'd go and buy a Carhartt bag. How many bags in the whole world could you have bought?
It is annoying. What about?
It's not even like it was just some buying stuff from Topshop. It wasn't. It was stuff that you'd have to find on the internet.
Other than like style, she says like whatever you post, say, do.
I don't know if I'd a post or like on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't think I've kind of ever experienced something like that.
Because I'm not very good at Instagram. I tried to be.
I don't mean either. I don't try to be. Say, you know, Ed would say that I copy what he says because I pick up on his mannerisms and I always say the things that he says, but that's not.
Like what?
Why can't I think of anything off the top of my head?
I do it sometimes with, I mean, Megan. She probably won't watch it. I don't know if she watches these. She would speak in accents, and I just start speaking in the accent. Like, we do like funny accents, and we just start doing it.
But also, I've now picked up, and probably you as well, and also the rest of the world, like TikTok lingo.
Yeah.
Like we talk in TikTok. Like people do that now. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever experienced. I've never really experienced this, but you have for sure.
A few times
back in the day.
Yeah.
And actually recently as well.
Yeah. I think the thing that annoys me is that's the only thing I care about. Like I really care about what I wear, and I really think about that's the one thing I care about.
Yeah.
Like I don't do makeup. I don't do
shit. Don't care about hair, makeup.
This is the one thing I have that's mine.
Yeah.
And I take time to do it. And people just like take it for free. At least pay me or something to style you, because I'll do it.
That would work. Like if they message you and were like, "Oh, I just love your style. Like, help me out."
See, this is my dissertation ideas.
Oh well, I've had another one that's similar to one we talked about earlier. When they are spending all their free time with their partner. We've kind of already referred to that. This is a very niche one. Friends that don't post on your wall on your birthday.
Oh no, who is it? I don't use Facebook.
I don't use Facebook either.
Oh no.
But I use Instagram, and I'll put it on an Instagram story.
Yeah. Then I feel sometimes I don't have photos of anyone. It's hard sometimes because I don't always have photos of people.
See, right, so I'd maybe be upset if I didn't even get a text.
Yeah, as long as they like messaged me.
But I don't really use Facebook. I don't know whether she's referring to specifically Facebook or not. But
I don't use Facebook. I never say happy birthday to anyone on Facebook unless they're like Joe's grandma or something. I could say it on their Facebook.
Yeah, but I think just take a second to just write a text. Happy birthday. I hope you have a nice day.
Not gonna lie, on my birthday I was really drunk most of the day, so I don't even remember who messaged me. I think I replied to her.
To be fair, I saw a friend the other day who it had been her birthday, and she had said, like, obviously it's so nice on your birthday getting all the messages and getting all the pictures, but it's very overwhelming.
Oh my god, that's what I felt like.
Yeah,
because I was very busy that day, and I wasn't really on my phone, and then
it takes so much. Yeah, also, you have to try and think of a new response to every person.
Not gonna lie.
Thank you so much.
This what I basically should just copied and pasted it. Said to everyone, thank you, Angel, XXX. To everyone. So when you think Angel, keep saying it.
Or just send a voice note, happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Just get it over and done with.
Yeah.
I try to just sit down in the mornings of someone's birthday and just quickly make something just so they know you're thinking about them. Okay, friends that don't say thank you for having you around when you live at home.
What?
Friends that don't say thank you for having you around. Like, say thank you to their parents then. Okay, anyway, maybe let's not look into it too much, but friends that don't say thank you for having them over. Maybe they've like stayed over, maybe they come for dinner, maybe they come for prees.
Like to you or your parents?
Well, I don't know, it doesn't say. But because she said when you live at home, so maybe that's like with your parents.
I think, especially in my house, it's very chill. Like, it's not really like that. Just anyone come over, just walk in. Just open the door and come in. Like, no bother. But I do understand some people's parents are like, if I see them, I would say, oh, bye, see you soon.
Yeah. Well, it's not even so much having to say, like, thank you for having me. It's more just like, acknowledge them, say goodbye.
Say hi.
But like, your house is very just much like, people just walk in.
Yeah.
You like, if someone knocks on your door, you're like, literally, why did they knock?
I see people, like, I see their car parking up before they've parked up, and I'm like, just come in.
Just come in.
Can't be asking us.
But still, if you host prees or something, if your mum's there, everyone will say like, bye, thanks, true, like, but yeah, no, I always try and say thank you to it, even if it's not their parents, like, just say thanks to friends, like, say bye. And if someone's had a party or something, you definitely say like, thanks so much, had a great time. Or sometimes when you're in the moment, you might leave and not really say thank you. But then the next day, if like someone's had a party, I'll always try and send a message the next day like, had such a good time, like, thanks for having us. It's just common courtesy, isn't it? But that's an ick though. Yeah, because if they don't say
they're just
thank
coming
you,
around, just leaving.
Just leaving without saying anything. I don't quite understand that.
Especially if you like cook them dinner or something.
Yeah.
They're just gonna leave.
Just literally walk out. Okay. Friends that get jealous and don't like your photos, like, where's the support?
Oh, I feel like we can agree on the support bit, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not photos, but just generally.
It's really nice to just have people supporting you.
Yeah. I think people don't realise when you're trying to, like, especially on like Instagram, and to get, if you take Instagram quite seriously, or YouTube or whatever, interacting with anything that they post boosts them. I don't think people realise that, like, how valuable just like a save is, or like a share, or like.
Yeah. I think, do you notice if some of your friends don't like some of your pictures?
No, I don't look who likes.
No, I don't really notice it either. But
I do care about things like our YouTube and like.
Yeah.
I do notice things.
I really appreciate when people go out of their way to share or comment or
even just like it, or
and this person in particular who sent this in, she knows who she is. She's always backing us with this kind of thing and helping us and sending in stories and stuff like that. So we appreciate that. It's again.
Oh yeah, we do.
But yeah, for sure that there's certain people I know talking about us, like our situation now, some friends of mine that I'm like, I don't think you've ever said anything about it or liked it or shared or anything.
I think people feel awkward when they haven't watched our videos.
Yeah. I don't care if you don't watch. I don't care if you don't watch, just like it.
Just give us a like.
Just give us a like.
We're preaching to the people that are watching this.
Yeah. But yeah, it is
if you're
annoying.
watching it, just like it. Right now, just like the video because you don't understand how much that helps.
It really helps.
Like it really, really helps. Like even like you liking it will get us on the side of somebody else's video. Like so we'll get new people in.
Exactly. Yeah. Here's your chance.
If you're not liking it, if the views and the likes don't match up, then watching you. I don't know who's watching it.
But for sure, I think that's it. It's not. I don't think that's so much of like an ick. Like it doesn't make me go like ugh. But it's just a bit like like you just want your friends to support you, don't you? But I don't think I'd notice.
The way I kind of see it is, I think the people that don't understand how it works. Like don't understand how valuable it is. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So I understand, but I'm telling you now.
Right, let's sum this up. We've been going on too long.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for your input and your messages
Give
again.
Give it a like.
Subscribe, please. Oh my god, I just really, really want to get to 100. And I know we've got a while to go.
Do you think we'll do it this side of Christmas?
I would love to get to 100 before Christmas.
Everyone else sounds like
nothing. 100 sounds like nothing.
But 100 people.
100 before Christmas would be perfect.
A nice end to 2020 anyway.
So please, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. It really, really means a lot to us. And share us and tell your friends and comment. We love responding to the comments.
Yeah, we do.
So yeah, thanks so much. Bye.